Christmas, everybody. It's Miss Shine. We're back with the vlog, and today is Christmas. So I've been having a super peaceful Christmas, organizing myself, getting my rooms cleaned up, like organizing and spick and span cleaning. Girl, don't look in the background because this was the gift table. So if I got a couple gifts straggling up here, don't mind those gifts, okay? But we are about to have a mukbang. I haven't did this before, so I'm excited. I did my Christmas dinner and I thought it would be fun if I share a funny story with you guys. So let me show you what we eating tonight first, because this is a little bit different than your regular Christmas dinner. I felt like it would be fun and different because I can't eat that Thanksgiving food over and over. I don't know about y'all, but I can't. Thanksgiving food over and over and over is not for me. So I went the seafood route. So I'm having wedge salad with goat cheese, creamy Caesar. I had to remember, I thought it was ranch. Y'all know the white dressing, but creamy Caesar dressing, bacon. I have a little parsley on top to make it pretty. And then I have some salmon that's super marinated with butter, real butter, that Kerrygo, baby. And then I have my famous Brussels sprouts, which has shallot, bacon, what else did I put? Garlic. These Brussels sprouts knock you off your feet. And then I usually sprinkle a little bit, which I did, sprinkle a little bit of Parmesan cheese on the top. So it's kind of like your flavor palette is like, what flavor is that? What's that? Okay. Anyway, then I also made a small little seafood boil, but it's just mussels, clams, and shrimp. So we're gonna get into it tonight, girl, and have a little bit of fun with our food. But I'm gonna share a good story with you guys. So give me a second. Let me get my utensils ready because it's about to get messy. Hold on. Okay, I hope y'all ready because I'm about to show y'all what we about to eat, girl. Okay, so number one, here is our plate. This is the wedge salad, bacon. You'll see that goat cheese is not feta. It's actually goat cheese crumbled up like that. So that's about to be good. This is my piece of salmon. You can kind of see where I did like, I did rosemary on top, Kerrygo butter, just regular seasoning, Tony Chasseret, and pepper. And then here are my Brussels sprouts, the famous Brussels sprouts. You can probably see like the bacon and shallot like coming through. And then all I do is bake them. They don't boil, but I put them in the oven and they get a little bit brown. So that is the meal portion, and I don't eat a lot, so don't mind that. Here is the seafood portion. I did lots of butter, Old Bay in my water. I did lots of herbs. I did like fresh thyme, fresh rosemary, fresh oregano in the actual pot, garlic, shallot in that as well. And then we have shrimp, mussel, and clam, fresh from the actual grocery store, so they weren't frozen. So this is about to be delish. All right, so let's get started. So remember, I told y'all I'm gonna tell y'all a story. I'm so embarrassed to tell you this story. I hope hopefully y'all had a story like this as well. So it's not just me. I feel like I need to kind of sit down, but if my camera can just act right, I won't need to. Okay. So let's do it like this. Okay. I'm gonna get our angle going, girl. Oh, this is good. I just didn't want y'all to see like if anything's a hot mess in the background. I'm trying to, yeah. Y'all don't need to see all that. Anyway, so let's get started. I think I'm gonna taste my seafood boil first because it smells so good. Oh my God. I don't know if I told y'all it was Obey in here. Obey. That's shutting it down. Girl, I do not eat food in front of people like this. Bear with me. It's gonna be a little bit rude. This is so good with the Old Bay is killing it. And that butter, oh. I could drink that. Okay, one more bite and then we're gonna get on to our story. This actually happened when I was in high school still, so. But I remember it clear as day, girl. Clear as day. Oh, you know the only thing I'm missing, y'all, is a little squirt of lemon. Y'all, I don't even know how I want my food. Cause I got a nice little pot over here full. I probably can see like the herbs and stuff in there. Oh my God. I've never done this like a boil before. This is my first time. And this is like, this is awesome. It tastes so fresh. Like all the seafood tastes like it just came out the ocean. From that Old Bay. Oh, that took me back to my roots. I feel like I'm in Georgia again, girl. Okay, so this story, this is a true story. That's number one. This is a true story. This is when I was in high school. I was in the 12th grade. And I mean, I guess you could consider me and my friends, were we fast? I think fast is like associated to like having sex with dudes. So I'm not, you'll learn in the story, like, you know, that's actually what happened. So we weren't doing that. So it kind of backfired on us. So anyway, I was cool with this guy, right? He was a barber, like a well-known barber. He was young too, but he was clearly an adult. None of us were adults. We were all young and in high school. It was me and two of my friends. One of the girls, I can't figure out who it was. Like I can't, in my memory bank, I cannot remember who that is. So it's like kind of weird. But anyway, so it was like in the evening, we didn't have nothing to do. So it was like, girl, I was like, oh, let me call. So let me say this, rewind just a little bit, some background. We all used to kind of have people we could call, hang out, go drink with, have fun, take us to like the little pre-adult parties. Like you didn't really have to be 18 or you did. So we always had like guy friends, girlfriends, people that could like, we could hang out with and kind of like be grown a little bit, okay? So I called my friend, right? So here's the barber dude. So I called him and I'm like, hey, what are you doing? I said, I'm with two of my friends. We want to go do something. We want to hang out. He's like, oh, okay. Well, I'm in the valley though, but I'll come pick y'all up. So he picks us up. I'm living in Inglewood, which is kind of, it's a little distance. I'm gonna say it's like 20 miles. So it takes a little minute to get there, right? So he picks us up, we turned up. We having our little, you know, Boone's Farm or something. We having our little Boone's Farm. We get to like a house. The house is huge. I have no idea whose house it is. It's not his house. That's a fact. And he is also with two of his friends, which we all confirmed before we even got there. Like, he's like, oh, I'm with two of my friends. Cool, cool, cool. Good to go. Again, me and him are friends, so like, even though he picked us up, I wasn't like there like to meet him at all. So At this point, like, he kind of hooks up with one of my friends. Not hooks up, pairs up with one of my friends. I pair up with one of his friends. Cool. It's just a fun night, like having drinks, shit talking, we all chilling. So I feel like maybe it's starting to get late, like probably like 11, 12. It's starting to get late. We winding down, like relaxing, like chilling. Like the jokes are starting to die down. Like it's kind of dark in the house. Like kind of like think of like dimmed lights, right? We all on the couch, whatever. The girl that I can't remember, I'm sorry, I can't remember her. She then departs to a room with one of the guys. I don't know why I can't remember who this is, but she is not clear in my memory bank. She must have been one of my friends' friends or something, because I have no idea who it is. So she departs, goes with one of the friends in the room. Boom. Okay, cool. Do you, boo? I don't care. Water. So we all still chilling, talking. You know, hanging out, whatever. It's a good time. Pour me another drink, baby. Let's turn up. Y'all remember I'm 17. I was more like grown and not necessarily like fast. Let me put it like that. So now, my friend, which is my best friend at the time, she departs with the dude that I know. Okay? Okay. She departs to a room. Remember, this is a big house. The lights are down. Multiple rooms, all that. It's like, think of like an Airbnb. But back in the day, when I was 17, they didn't have Airbnb. So you had to personally know the person having the house, right? Oh, girl, it's solid. That's so good. I'm kicking it with the homeboy. We chilling. He gives me like a kiss or something, and then he's like, take off your clothes. I said, on no days. On no days. I probably didn't say that at the time, but I was like, I don't even know you. That was the point too. I don't even know you. He reaches in like that kind of kiss. Boom. Okay. How you go from a smooch to a take off your clothes? Oh, you thought I was stupid. That's what you thought. So I was like, no. No, I'm cool. I was like, we just chilling and I don't know you, so you know. He then says like something, you know, to the point of like, your friends they doing it, and I said, you know, I can't tell them what to do. They can do whatever they want. And then he's like, well, I thought that's why y'all came up here. No, ma'am, no, sir. That's not why we came up here. I said, no. Let me straighten it up right now. We came here to hang out, chill, kick it with y'all. Y'all wasn't doing nothing. We wasn't doing nothing. It was just some hang out, like cool shit. So at this point, I'm like, let me go see what the girls doing. I said, hold on, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I go to the bathroom. I don't hear nothing. I don't hear nothing. That don't mean nothing, right? That don't mean nothing. So my best friend, I knock on the door and I'm like, hey, are you hungry? She like, fully clothed. Yeah. I'm like, okay, let me tell, because my homeboy is with her. Hey, take us to go get something to eat. At this point, we're all like tipsy and we kind of like, you know. But we like, I'm like, hey, take us to get something to eat. He was like, okay, no problem. So we all kind of like gather back in the living room. And I'm like, okay, cool. We on our way to go get something to eat. Bam. So I guess everybody is comparing notes in the car. We're all in one car. I don't know how we fit. We must have been in a truck or something. But I remember where we were all in the same car. So we're all in the car. We still cool, like laughing and talking and whatever. Shooting the shit. Boom. He like, hey, y'all want Denny's? It's open. I'm like, that's cool with me. I'm starving. He was like, okay. So we pull up to Denny's, right? It wasn't far. But I don't really know where I'm at either, right? This is not my part of town. I mean, that's still not my part of town. If somebody took me to the valley, like, I have a decent idea, but like, I know the back streets out here, right? Like, so I don't know nothing about where I'm at over there. So I was like, Again, it was dark when we got there. It's now like 2:32, 2:33. I'm like, oh girl, I'm getting tired. But I need to eat because we was all drinking. So I definitely need some food. So, mind you, I had a little job. Or probably more than one. So, I had money. Now, I wasn't rich or nothing, y'all. But I had my own money. And I pretty much had enough for whatever we needed to do, right? I could pay for us to eat, whatever. So basically, we're all in there, the guys and the girls. We're ordering food. Well, we ordered and they were like, like, I'm cool, I'm not hungry. I don't recall them ordering any food. But we all sitting at the table, right? So we order our food, like put our order in or whatever. My friend, the one that I know, is like, hey, I left my keys in the car. I'm about to go get them. We're like, okay. We're like, okay. So our food comes. And we eating, right? Again, I ain't tripping. I don't care. I never thought he was gonna pay for our food. Any of that, whatever. It was like whatever. So after a while, like I think one of the friends was like, oh, about to go to the bathroom. So the other one, he hasn't come back yet. But again, we're like all kind of like tipsy, not paying attention. We can't figure out how much time has passed at all. So just picture us in Denny's. Remember when we used to go to Denny's after the club? And it's lots of people in there. You're not really paying attention. You're like, oh my God, we've been in here for hours. We wasn't paying attention. Me and the girls are all chit-chatting and laughing and whatever. We not paying attention. So we don't pay attention to everybody leaving and not returning to the table. So it's obvious, but we don't see it because we're like chit-chatting and doing whatever. Girl, they left us at Denny's. 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 We didn't have, none of us had a car. Let's start there. None of us had an actual car. Okay, so that's number one. So like obviously that's why he picked us up, right? Number two, baby, it wasn't no Uber. Okay, it wasn't no apps. We didn't have no cell phone. All we had was a pager. I don't remember no cell phone. I didn't have a cell phone in high school. I didn't get a cell phone until I got out of high school. So if other people had a cell phone, I hear you, but I did not have a cell phone. I clearly remember using the payphone and needing change. So we was cool on getting out the restaurant, right? Because remember, I had the money to pay for it. It didn't really matter. So scratch that. So now we realize nobody came back, right? We looking at each other like, girl, like, wait a minute. Did they just have the nerve to leave us at Denny's? So, number one, my friends are panicking. It's late, y'all. It's late. It's late. It is the weekend though, right? So at least we had that. But it's super late. And again, we're like nowhere near home. I don't barely know where I'm at. To this day, I couldn't tell you what city we were in. I just know it was the Valley. So I'm thinking of everybody I could call. So like I'm calling people. Remember, it's the middle of the night. It's like 3 going on 4 a.m. It's literally dead in the middle of the night. So I start dialing people. Mind y'all, some payphones used to take your money to make the call, even if they didn't answer. Or if you let the answer machine pick up, baby, it's taking your quarter. So girl, we trying to scramble up the change to use a payphone. It's getting cold at this point. Of course, he not answering the phone, right? We already tried that. I said, scratch that. I don't got time to argue with no dude. We need to focus on getting home. That's the goal right now, getting home. So they over here like falling apart. I said, I have a homeboy with a car, like our age. He was like, you know, in the 12th grade. He went to my school. I said, let me see if he'll answer the phone. And for some reason, I believe, like, if my memory's serving me right now, I think he worked on the weekend and he worked late. So if I'm not mistaken, he was like just getting off work or something. So I called him and I was like, and to this day, I don't remember his name right now. I was like, we are freaking stranded Like, is there any way you can please come get us and drop us off? So I only needed him to drop us off at my house, right? Mind you, I'm 17. At this point, my mama didn't, she like, whatever, do whatever you want. She didn't bother me about the time, none of that stuff. So mind y'all, like, yeah, my mom did say like, oh, you're supposed to come on at 2, or you're supposed to come on at 12, or she did. But when I got into 12th grade, she was like, I don't got time to be punishing you and doing all that because you don't listen anyway. And I didn't. So I was bad, y'all. He's like, I just got home. And I'm like, I will literally give you gas money. That's not the problem. I have the money with me right now. He's like, oh my God, like, let me put my shoes on. He then says, where are you guys at? Y'all, we don't know where we're at. I'm like, you guys are fucking useless. Go ask the people where we at and get the address, right? Like, I'm dialing people. I need y'all to stop me. I need y'all to not be useless right now. Remember, we don't have GPS. We don't have maps on your phone. We don't have cell phones. We have none of that. So I have to give him clear directions on how to pick us up. Like, take the 405, get off on this street, make a right. We were next to the freeway. That was the only good part. So all he needed to know was the exit. And plus we're at like a public place, like, right? And then we didn't have to leave, thank goodness. So we got lucky with that. So he gets in the car. He's on the way to come get us. At this point, we finally get the address and all of that. And he picks us up. And he's like, how the hell did you guys get stranded? We're like, it's a long story, but this guy left us. These guys left us because we wasn't down with the get down, okay? We were young too, right? Like, even though whatever you think, like, guys, whatever guys think, like, oh, they can, but we not. Like, you just think that because we are choosing to do like grown up type of stuff. But that didn't mean I was giving it away. Sorry for you. I wasn't doing that. So they was angry and they left us. So he was like, I can't believe you guys did that. So I definitely gave him some money for sure for coming to get us. Like, the gas was like $1 a gallon at that time, girl. Nowhere near as much as it was here. And he had like a Honda, like an old Honda something. I want to say I gave him like $20. Of course, we were super appreciative. I thanked him like 10 times over, you know, for picking us up. But catch this tea. Remember I told y'all he was a well-known barber. Yeah, he's still a barber. So he, of course, I'm gonna see him outside. Like, that's very, like, we grow up in the same social groups, like, right? So, which is obviously how I know him in the first place, because we're in the same social groups. And we're not in a group together. It's just, if you go out to a certain place, if you go do certain things, you're gonna see the exact same people, because all those people do those things out here. That's how things are. And that's how I see him. I see him, even if I go hang out, I'll still periodically see him. So after, I mean, years and years and years have passed, right? And one of his friends happened to talk to one of my best friend again. And he, I ended up saying, so when I would see him, I left this part out. When I would see him out after that happened, I would ignore him. Like, don't talk to me, I don't fuck with you, none of that. we don't, me and you don't communicate. Like, I didn't forget. I don't care how old I am. I never forgot. And it was like places that everyone would go to. Like, of course I'm gonna see you. I'm gonna see you at these places. So obviously I saw him again and again and again over, and he would be like, I mean, he would laugh, but he would always be like, oh, you know, that was a long time ago. It was no damn long time ago. I didn't forget you left us. We were stranded, bro. Like, for real, for real. So anyway, he ends up apologizing, because again, every time I would see him, I would not talk to him. And remember, like, I wasn't talking to him, so it wasn't like, you know, like, we didn't have a relationship, we weren't talking, he wasn't my boo, none of that. He was talking to one of my other friends. So, or did talk to one of my other friends. And that was even a long time ago. So anyway, he apologized and was like, I know that was messed up. Like, I laugh about it now, but, and it was, you know, we were laughing and we thought it was funny. I was like, that was not funny to me. It was messed up. Like, we were teenagers. Like, what part of that did you not get? You know, like, anybody else would, like, could have called the police on them. Like, they were adults. Excuse me, I had to get that little, you know how stuff in your teeth. But we didn't, of course, we didn't do that. But it was messed up. So, you know, I learned my lesson, of course. Like, don't just go anywhere with anybody. And I don't think we were anywhere with anybody. I think they just thought it was funny that they were leaving us. But you gotta always be on your terms. I think the moral of this story right here is, if you have young girls, or if you're a young girl and you think like you're gonna go hang out, guys make assumptions about what they think is gonna happen. Like, oh, we gon', but I'm not with it. You gotta be ready to call your Uber. You gotta be ready to pay that restaurant bill. You gotta be ready. You gotta be ready. Go do stuff on your terms, because these guys right here, they be doing the most. And I don't think that has never happened to me again. Never ever happened to me again. But just being young and hanging out and thinking you having a good time and you having drinks, and they just assume they gonna get to take advantage of you. And we was like, I'm in my right mind, baby. We ain't doing that. So you can go ahead and take me to the house. And he probably didn't feel like taking us back home, right? Like, his assumption probably was like, oh, y'all gonna have to stay here until tomorrow. But I never was staying there. So in my eyes, I was always going home. So I shouldn't have been going if I didn't have no vehicle, or at last result, a ride back home that was already secured. Because, honey, we used to get some rides. Okay? These kids that can't get where they need to go, and they need an Uber and a mom and a daddy, baby, we got everywhere we wanted to go. Everywhere. So, moral of the story, have your own. Do things on your terms. Don't let nobody talk you into nothing. Have your coins together, because that one item saved us. Me having a couple dollars for our food and for our ride saved our life. So have all your stuff together, girl, because you don't want to be getting left. You don't never know what's gonna happen. Somebody could fly you out of town and then be like, oh, I don't know how you gonna get back. That was a one-way ticket. You don't ever want to be on a one-way ticket. No, go ahead and book me a round trip. Okay? And matter of fact, don't book me. I'ma book it. I'll book my trip, and then, you know, you can just send over the card number. Okay? Or you could cash at me or whatever you want to do. I'll give you the price, show you how much the ticket is, etc. But that's what I'm talking about. Be on your terms. Have your stuff together. Be on your own terms. Make sure you in control, because you don't want no problems. You don't want to be getting left nowhere. You don't want to be scrambling. None of that. Okay? Y'all be safe out there in them streets, honey. And baby, we done basically finished everything, honey. All the seafood is gone. Girl, that juice is that juice was good. The juice was good. Girl, we killed the salad. I killed the Brussels sprouts, salmon, all of that stuff. So thank y'all for hanging out with a sister and listening to my crazy story when I was 17. I hope to share a little bit more with y'all throughout the new year, and keep posting as much as I can. It was just something I thought about. I was like, I'm here by myself, I'm chilling, I made me a good dinner. Like, I need to talk to the girls, honey, and let them know this old crazy story that it just came to mind, like maybe like an hour ago before I even got on here. I was like, oh, this is a good thing to tell y'all, and shoot, to tell y'all to make sure y'all kids, they on their terms. They doing stuff on their own terms, making sure they have all the stuff buttoned up before they roll out. Don't be in these streets like that, okay? All right. So I hope you guys are all having a great Merry Christmas, and we're off to the new year. So get your stuff together, honey. Get everything set up, honey. Get vision boards, get all that stuff together, because that's what we're looking forward to in the new year. We are prospering, honey. We getting our abundance on track. We are never not doing something on our terms. So that's it for Miss Shine. I'll talk to y'all later. Talk to you before the new year and on New Year's Eve, and I hope you guys have a great Christmas.